Hi everybody, it's me. I'm back with an update. I mentioned before that I was working on a turret system, and I think I showed it. In the meantime, I've been essentially enhancing that. Did a complete rewrite on it for performance, and I'm going to just kind of show where it's at this point. So, as I went through the previous turret system that I was working on, again, this is going to be integrated into the game. I found that I had some issues with some of my turrets not wanting to fire. Um, I sought help from several people, and nobody could really point me in the right direction. I think I actually know now what was causing it, and so a full rewrite actually really wasn't necessary. But it's one of those things that when you do a full rewrite, you tend to do things better. So, despite not wanting to do it, I decided to do it anyways, and in the end, I think it's got a few more features, and it will be a better product, I think, in the long run. All right, so this demo is not too complicated. I've got 5 turrets set up. You'll see, along this way. I've got one turret with 2 barrels. That's just to show that it can still handle multiple barrels. But for the most part, all the turrets are configured relatively similarly with different firing um, settings just to show them off. So start with the burst cannon here at the beginning. Ooh, I did a lot of damage. So so as you said, as I fired that one push of the button, let a burst of 3 projectiles go, and you know quite effective. So some of the aspects of that, you'll notice that burst was not something that I had previously. So that's one of the new rewrites allowed me to implement a burst fire option. So that was kind of cool. Second one, laser system. Uh, the lasers actually aren't doing any physics damage to the block, so it's not pushing the block, but there is damage being transferred to the block, and it's a damage over time. So the longer you hold the laser, the better, the more damage you'll do. So if I get these things moving, you can see that the laser will try to track. Um, Third, with a little bit of burst and lasers, I can get a kind of cool effect. So I got a kind of a Millennium Falcon type, double laser cannons. And then let's see, third, what do I got here? So this is a flat cannon. This is something that a friend had recommended I added to the system, being able to have flak damage in an area based on an explosive radius. So I had previously I had the ability for the projectiles to explode on you know uh, proximity, but that system is greatly enhanced with this, and I've figured out the appropriate uh, you know how the damage to apply to the objects, as well as the explosive damage, which has a quadratic fall off rate. So it does make the tuning of the damage for an actual game a little bit more difficult, uh, in the sense that my explosive, in order to get the kind of effect you're seeing, the explosive damage is set to I think about 1,000, because the damage radius, the fall off, is so great. The amount of damage that's applied to the actual object is controllable through a multiplier. So you can use the multiplier to get the right range of damages you're looking for. The plan is to actually have an object a component you can put on these objects, listen for the damage, and see what kind of damage you're getting, so that you can tune everything up and get the right scales of damage that you want. But this is basically, you set a proximity that it is capable of going off. you set a um, probability of it exploding, so it will explode at different distances given two exact shots. One shot may make it closer than another shot. And in theory, the projectile itself can actually make it all the way to the box and hit the box and do kinetic damage and not explode. So it's kind of some cool features as part of that. And you see I've got a little bit of a, little bit of a particle effect going there to show the concept of the flak explosion. And then finally, got our rockets, and they're implemented. So, this is a missile that's actually tracking. So if I move this sucker around, you'll see that it tracks to it. So I'm just trying to move around, so you'll see that the missiles are tracking. It's the same. The self-propelled rockets, work the same way. They just don't guide. Those work as well. So, so yeah, I'm really excited about where this is going. It's getting close to going back into Warpath, the game. I'm also looking at doing a few more things with the Warpath engine as well to maybe implement some smoother and less processor intensive animations on the ships. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we're getting close to this being done, and the hope is to put it out on the asset store and make it available for people who might want a turret system. So, all right. Well, as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a message if you have any input. Thanks.